Auntie Mimi, can you tell me a story?
The Man Who Never Lied. Once upon a time, there lived a wise man by the name of Mamad. He was no warrior, nor a king. He had no treasure, no army, but Mamad had something far rarer. He never told a lie. From the day he could speak, Mamad's words carried only the truth. As he grew older, his honesty became legendary. All the people in the land, even the ones who lived 1,000 miles away, knew about him. Farmers, merchants, even wandering travelers would sit by the fire in his humble hut, asking questions. And every time, Mamad answered with wisdom and truth. One morning, the king heard about Mamad. He turned to his subject and said, "Bring me this man who never lies. I want to see for myself if such a thing is possible." And so, messengers were sent across rivers and deserts until they found Mamad. When they told him the king had summoned him, he simply nodded, packed a small satchel, and followed them to the palace. When Mamad stood before the king looked at the wise man and asked, "Is it true that you have never lied?" "It is true," Mamad said. "And you never lie in your life?" the king asked. "I'm sure of that," Mamad replied. The king narrowed his eyes. "Okay, tell the truth, but be careful. The lie is cunning and it gets on your tongue easily." And Mamad replied the king, "Then I will watch over my tongue as a guard keeps watch over the palace gate." Days passed and Mamad remained at the palace as the king's guest. Several people tried to trick him, trap him in lies, but he always spoke plainly, only what he knew and never what he assumed. Several days passed and the king called Mamad once again. There was a big crowd. The king was about to go hunting. The king held his horse by the mane, his left foot was already on the stirrup, and he ordered Mamad. "Mamad," he said, "go to my summer palace. Tell the queen I will join her for lunch, and she should prepare a great feast of roasted antelope, sweet plantains, and honey dates." Mamad bowed and went to the queen, but as he walked away, the king laughed and said, "We are not going hunting at all. Let us see what the man who never lies tells the queen. Tomorrow we shall laugh at his foolishness." The crowd laughed with him. Finally, Mamad would be caught in his first lie. But the wise Mamad went to the palace and said, "Maybe you should prepare a big feast for lunch tomorrow, and maybe you shouldn't. Maybe the king will come by noon, and maybe he won't. Tell me, will he come or won't he?" asked the queen. Mamad looked at her with gentle eyes. "Perhaps," he said, "and perhaps not. When I left, the king had placed his left foot in the stirrup, but whether he swung his right foot over the horse or set it back on the ground, I do not know." The queen raised an eyebrow and asked again, "Should I prepare the feast, or should I not?" "You may prepare it, your majesty," Mamad replied, "but I cannot say if it will be eaten today, or tomorrow, or not at all. I can only say what I have seen with my own eyes." Though puzzled, the queen appreciated Mamad's honesty and ordered her servants to prepare the feast, just in case. The next day, the king, curious and smug, rode to the summer palace and said to the queen, "The wise Mamad, who never lies, lied to you yesterday." But the queen said, "He told me something very curious. He said, perhaps you would come, perhaps not. That when he left, your foot was in the stirrup, but he did not know whether you rode or not." And the king realized that indeed the wise man did not lie. He only spoke what he knew and nothing more. From that day forward, the king held Mamad in the highest regard. He made him an advisor, and Mamad's honesty became legendary in the kingdom. Whenever people spoke of him, they did so in awe. There goes Mamad, the man who never lied. And so, the tale of Mamad spread even further, reminding all who heard it to speak only what you know and to guard your tongue, as that is the greatest strength of all.